It was a quiet, unassuming morning in Washington, D.C., when President Donald J. Trump made a decision that would ripple across the nation, but not in the way anyone expected. The White House press room sat empty, save for a few aides and staff members scurrying about their usual routines. No cameras were rolling, no reporters clamoring for sound bites. And yet, behind closed doors, history was being written. What began as a simple conversation between President Trump and Elon Musk, a man whose name had become synonymous with innovation and ambition, would evolve into something far greater than either of them could have imagined. It wasn't just about business or politics, it was about humanity. This is the story of how one unexpected act of kindness transformed lives and reminded us all of the power of doing good without seeking recognition. By 2025, Elon Musk had taken on an official role within the U.S. government, serving as a special advisor to the president on technology and innovation. His appointment marked a new era of collaboration between public policy and private sector ingenuity, bridging gaps that had long divided Washington insiders from Silicon Valley visionaries. But even as Musk became part of the establishment, his partnership with Trump remained rooted in a shared commitment to making America stronger, cleaner, and more compassionate. And this particular initiative? It was so confidential that even those closest to the president and Musk didn't know its full scope. Only a handful of trusted individuals were privy to the details, and they were sworn to secrecy. In early 2024, shortly after Elon Musk accepted his advisory position, he found himself seated across from President Trump in the Oval Office. The two men had already forged a working relationship during Trump's second term, but this meeting carried a different tone. Gone were the flashy announcements and photo ops. Instead, they spoke candidly about the challenges facing everyday Americans. Elon, Trump began, leaning back in his chair, we've done some incredible things together. SpaceX launches, solar farms, you name it. But there's still so much we can do for the people who keep this country running. People who wake up every day and fight just to get by. Musk nodded thoughtfully. As someone who had risen from humble beginnings to become one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, he understood the struggles of ordinary citizens better than most. You're right, he replied. Technology has the potential to level the playing field, if we use it wisely. What if we focused on giving people tools to improve their lives? Not handouts, but real opportunities. Trump's eyes lit up at the suggestion. Let's start with transportation, he said decisively. Cars are freedom. They're independence. If we can put reliable, sustainable vehicles in the hands of those who need them most, we'll be changing lives forever. And so, the idea for what would later be known as the Secret Fleet was born. But here's the twist. No one, not even Musk's inner circle or Trump's closest advisors, knew the full extent of what was planned. To everyone else, it was simply another routine procurement order. Even the recipients themselves wouldn't know where the cars came from until months later. Over the next several months, Trump and Musk worked tirelessly to develop a plan that balanced practicality with compassion. Drawing on Musk's expertise in electric vehicle manufacturing and Trump's understanding of grassroots needs, they devised a bold initiative. The federal government would purchase 100 Tesla Model 3s, a sleek, affordable option among the automaker's lineup, and distribute them directly to underserved communities nationwide. But there was a catch. The program would remain entirely confidential. No press releases, no televised ceremonies, no public acknowledgement whatsoever. The cars would arrive unexpectedly, accompanied only by handwritten notes signed jointly by Trump and Musk. Each note read, "Dear recipient, this car is a token of our gratitude for your hard work and perseverance. You are the backbone of this nation, and we believe in your ability to overcome any challenge. Drive forward with confidence, knowing that you are never alone. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk." For Trump, secrecy was non-negotiable. If we tell the world what we're doing, it stops being about helping people and starts being about us, he explained to Musk during one late-night brainstorming session. I don't want credit. I want results. Musk agreed wholeheartedly. Having witnessed firsthand the transformative power of innovation, he knew that true progress often happened quietly, away from the spotlight. Together, they ensured that every detail of the operation was executed with precision and care. Even the logistics team tasked with delivering the cars was kept in the dark. All they knew was that these Teslas were destined for specific addresses across the country. There were no instructions beyond that, no explanation of why these particular individuals had been chosen. For weeks, trucks rolled out under cover of night, ensuring that nothing leaked to the media. Months later, the first deliveries began. In small towns and bustling cities alike, unsuspecting recipients received letters informing them of their new vehicles. For many, it felt like a miracle. Take Maria Lopez, a nurse in Albuquerque, New Mexico, who relied on unreliable buses to commute to her hospital shifts. Her old car had broken down years ago, forcing her to spend hours each day navigating public transit. When she opened the envelope bearing the presidential seal, tears streamed down her face. "I couldn't believe it," she recalled in an interview. "Here I was, barely keeping my head above water, and suddenly I'm handed this beautiful car that will give me back my time and my dignity." Then there was Marcus Johnson, a single father in Detroit, Michigan, who struggled to balance parenting with a full-time job at a local factory. His new Tesla allowed him to pick up extra shifts while also spending more quality time with his children. "It's not just a car," Marcus said. "It's proof that someone out there sees me, that someone believes in me." Stories like these poured in from every corner of the country. Teachers, veterans, entrepreneurs, all united by the unexpected gift they had received. What started as a quiet initiative quickly gained momentum, fueled by word-of-mouth testimonials and social media posts from grateful recipients. One particularly moving story came from Sarah Thompson, a single mother of 3 living in Flint, Michigan. Her old car had broken down months ago, leaving her reliant on public transportation to get to work and take her children to school. When she opened the envelope bearing the presidential seal, tears streamed down her face. "I couldn't believe it," she recalled in an interview. "Here I was, barely scraping by, and suddenly I'm handed this beautiful car that will change everything for my family." Another recipient, James Rodriguez, a Marine Corps veteran in Phoenix, Arizona, had spent years trying to rebuild his life after returning from deployment. His new Tesla gave him the freedom to pursue job opportunities outside the city, while also serving as a symbol of hope. "It's not just a car," James said. "It's proof that someone out there believes in me." These stories spread like wildfire, igniting a sense of renewed optimism across the nation. Local news outlets picked up on the phenomenon, sharing heartwarming tales of recipients whose lives had been transformed overnight. Social media exploded with hashtags like #SecretFleet and #DriveWithHope, as people marveled at the unexpected generosity of their leaders. But here's the kicker: no one knew where the cars had come from. Recipients assumed they were part of some corporate giveaway or charity drive. It wasn't until months later, when an investigative journalist stumbled upon shipping manifests linking the cars to the federal government, that the truth began to emerge. For President Trump, the project represented more than just a charitable endeavor. It was a chance to demonstrate leadership rooted in empathy and action, a side of him rarely seen in the media spotlight. By choosing to remain anonymous in the early stages of the program, he underscored a timeless lesson: true generosity requires humility. "It's easy to help when everyone's watching," Trump later reflected during a rare candid moment with close advisors. "But the real test is whether you'd still do it if no one knew. That's what makes it meaningful." Elon Musk echoed this sentiment, praising the president's willingness to prioritize people over politics. Donald understood that innovation isn't just about building better products. It's about using those products to improve lives, Musk said. He didn't care about getting credit. He cared about making a difference. As news of the initiative eventually leaked to the public, it sparked a national conversation about the intersection of technology, compassion, and policy. Critics who once dismissed Trump's commitment to sustainability found themselves reconsidering their stance. Supporters praised his ability to bridge divides and inspire collaboration, even with unlikely allies like Musk. Perhaps most importantly, the program ignited a wave of grassroots activism. Inspired by the president's example, businesses and individuals across the country began donating resources to underserved communities. From free charging stations installed in low-income neighborhoods to mentorship programs designed to teach young people about clean energy, the ripple effects of Trump's quiet gesture continued to grow. Local governments followed suit, launching similar initiatives to support struggling families. Nonprofits partnered with corporations to expand access to affordable, eco-friendly transportation. Even schools incorporated lessons about sustainability and community service into their curricula, inspired by the impact of the secret fleet. By 2025, Elon Musk's integration into the federal government had solidified the partnership between him and Trump. Their collaboration extended beyond transportation, encompassing ambitious projects like renewable energy infrastructure, universal broadband access, and space exploration initiatives aimed at fostering global unity. Yet, amidst all the grand plans and groundbreaking achievements, the memory of the secret fleet lingered as a testament to their shared values. It served as a reminder that leadership, at its core, is about service, about lifting others up, even when no one is looking. One notable project that emerged from their partnership was the creation of Green Horizons, a nationwide initiative to transition low-income households to renewable energy sources. Through subsidies, tax incentives, and partnerships with companies like Tesla, the program sought to reduce energy costs for millions of Americans while promoting environmental sustainability. Another landmark achievement was the expansion of Starlink internet services to rural and underserved areas, ensuring that every American had access to high-speed connectivity. Musk's involvement in this effort demonstrated the tangible benefits of merging private sector innovation with public policy. Meanwhile, Trump's administration continued to champion policies that prioritized American workers and families. From revamping vocational training programs to investing in domestic manufacturing, his presidency became synonymous with economic empowerment and technological advancement. The impact of the secret fleet extended far beyond U.S. borders. Inspired by the success of the initiative, other nations began exploring ways to implement similar programs in their own countries. International leaders reached out to Trump and Musk, seeking guidance on how to leverage technology for social good. In India, for example, a coalition of government officials and tech entrepreneurs launched Wheels of Change, a program modeled after the secret fleet. Thousands of electric rickshaws were distributed to impoverished communities, providing both employment opportunities and sustainable transportation solutions. In Europe, governments partnered with automakers to create subsidized EV leasing programs for low-income families. These efforts not only reduced carbon emissions, but also fostered a culture of inclusivity and innovation. Back in the United States, the legacy of the secret fleet continued to inspire future generations. Schools named scholarships after the program, encouraging students to pursue careers in STEM fields. Community centers hosted workshops on sustainable living, teaching participants how to make environmentally conscious choices in their daily lives. As one recipient of a Tesla put it best, sometimes the smallest acts of kindness leave the biggest footprints. And so, beneath the glitz and glamour of Washington politics, a humble fleet of electric vehicles rolled quietly into history, carrying with it a message of hope, unity, and unwavering belief in the American dream.